Hi everyone, this is Marcus at Factory 2. I'm here to help get you trained up on making an auto trace in Inkscape, a free vector program that we teach at the space. And if you can pull this off, we'll be able to use this vector image on all sorts of different stuff. You'll be able to scale it. You'll be able to use it on the laser cutter. You'll be able to make CNC cuts with it. You can do anything you want with it. So from here, we've already edited the photo on the left to be a high contrast image, which is the image on the right. Now we just need a few more steps to get it traceable, to get it traced, and some edits after that to clean it up a little bit. So let's make it happen. I'll leave the original up too, so that we can keep an eye on it. But first off, you want to do the auto trace first off. So that happens up in Path. You can do Trace Bitmap. And that'll bring up this menu here. There's quite a few options in Inkscape, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know exactly what all of them do, but the default seems to be working fine for me. So just pull that open, click OK, and your image will push right over to a vector. Now it also will keep the object, the image object, beneath it. So you can see that's your actual image. So you just need to delete that. That's fine. We don't need that. But this whole object is going to be your vector object. And as you can see, you can zoom right in. It'll be nice and clean. So once you get to this point, you might want to do some edits and clean up your trace a little bit. Like say if you don't like these waves in the legs here, you can do that with your selection tool. Once you click that and you have your object selected, you can drag over the nodes that you want to kind of clean up and delete them out. And then that does a pretty good job of smoothing out some of those lines. See, there's all sorts of nodes here that we don't necessarily need. And you can do that as you want, up to your taste. But that seems to be the easiest way that I've been able to see to just do some simple edits and clean up some nodes that you may not want to be as bumpy. Let's see here, we got quite a bit there. Now it's nice and smooth. See the difference there? So that's your first tip. Now, second tip is going to be these. Looks like we have a little dot there. I'll just clean that right up. The second tip is going to be to get this black bar out of here. So to get that out, we're going to want to draw in a shape in front of it. So in Inkscape, we like to do this all in one big shape. So we'll start one button here at the top. We'll start doing the curves here afterwards, kind of match what you have going on with the feet as best you can. You can edit it afterwards, so you don't have to be exact. You just want to get a rough outline. Then build a shape up above the black square. Finish off working on the feet on the other foot. And then again, pull this shape all the way out underneath the box, all the way out, over, and connect it to close the shape. And once you have the shape closed, we'll color it. Let's see, we want the fill to be white, so we can do that down here. Stroke to be none. We don't want to make a new line. There we go. Close that down. Oh, come on, buddy. There we go. So now we have something like this, which is more what we want it to look like, right? But it's actually two different shapes still, two different objects. So after you do some quick edits to make sure your feet look at least somewhat like feet. I'm not the best at the illustrations like that. I'll say that's pretty close. Select your shape that is in front of the feet and your object here. We're going to go to path and do difference. Once you click that, boom, that object is gone. We don't have anything here. We just have the nice feet shapes that we wanted to get. And that's the key to making that happen. You can cut out all sorts of different shapes and clean up your objects to do whatever you need to that way. Then from there, right? We said we weren't going to keep the coin, so let's make a new coin here. There we go. Make a nice circle that fits in these fingers. Maybe a little smaller. Something like that. And we'll change, oh, not the trace. We want fill and stroke. The stroke is the thing we actually want. We want that to be black. We want to take out the fill. We want to push that style. I'm fine with running on points. Get somewhere that looks like that line weight is a little natural in space. Something around there. And then grab your type tool, make that $sign. And then of course just change that. The font that I seem to like in this case is called Chunk. There we go. And just throw that right in there. And there you go. A nice auto-traced image from an old vintage card. Something that you could definitely find in the wild and make your own. To be something that's vector, it's movable, it's traceable, it's scalable. You can do all sorts of different stuff here in the makerspace. If you have any questions, of course, leave it in the comments. Again, this is Inkscape. It's a free program. You can download it. We'll make sure and include a link as well in the description. And you can try this out at home by yourself. If you have any questions, again, comments, but find us on factory2.org, and hopefully we'll see you soon in space.